Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check three.
Ramirez on 1st and 10. To Connor on the check down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
2nd down and inches. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Tight down. There you go. Mike.
Operating from the gun, Ramirez. And it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Connor going backwards here on the first down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Johnson, the intended target. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 47-yard line.
Down. 60 yards. Hey, wahoo!
Now Baker from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bud Dupree providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know the thought process?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Ramirez. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
To throw is Ramirez. Operating from the gun. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Right back to Connor here on 1st. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go. This is Pittsburgh. Watching you five. Here we go.
Now Ramirez throwing on 3rd and long. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll run here with Balazs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Baker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the handoff, Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Washington's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Miami.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings
On
up
the
second
set.
and 11.
50
At the 36-yard line.
Game situation. Let's go. Let's go.
On second down, Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Operating from the gun, Baker. It's complete to Grant. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. Balaj. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Terrell Edmonds on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
After you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down. 4 down. Alert. Watch 80. Watch 80.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. He's going to have the first down past the 20. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 91 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Baker. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin Bush in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 2. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Defense wins championship.
Baker operating from the gun. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Sam off. Be driven.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Baker. And it's caught by Parker. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play. Operating from the gun, Baker. Open man, it's Preston Williams. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Mike, 55.
On second down, it's Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Baker now throwing on 3rd and long. Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ramirez now throwing on 1st down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Ramirez. From the gun, he'll throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yeah. That's the way. Check nipple.
Looking to throw. Baker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. first and 10 is counter. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At 50, plant, bravo.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw is Baker, operating from the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 11.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Two times.
The drive will start with Conner. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
All day, every day, any day.
From the gun, Ramirez. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Ramirez on first down. This goes out right to Doyle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Ready. Ready. Mike 59. Let's go. Henry. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Hey, come on out here.
To throw is Ramirez. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going deep here for Parker. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Baker. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 1st touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Connor. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 1st down, it's Connor. There he goes again. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now it's Connor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Dolphins' 45.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
That's it. Big hit.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 6. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Connor running right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, 57. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 57's Mike. Mike, 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Turn the ending. Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They run it with Balaj. Room here to run. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now Baker to throw on 2nd down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime.